What's up, insiders? It's your boy Tom Bell from Viral Style and the Insider Scaling System. And today we're going to talk about the 4 stages that every new print-on-demand seller goes through while they're building and scaling a successful business. Now, in my experience, most sellers don't know exactly where to start. They come into the print-on-demand space, they already have design ideas, they already have designs they've created, and really what you need to do is follow this framework so that you know exactly where you're at in the process, and then when you're ready, how to actually systemize it so that other people are doing it for you, okay? So the first stage that you're gonna go through is what I call the ideation stage. Now in this stage, you are going to figure out who your target audience is, what makes them tick, what is an emotional trigger for them. You're gonna do all your product research during this time. And if you go back into previous videos, I show you actually how to do the product research using different types of software. What we're gonna do is we're gonna find out what audiences are actually buying, because that's really all that matters. So once you've found products within that audience that is actually being purchased, now you get to reverse engineer what is actually working for those products. What keywords are they using? What design style do they have? What title structure do they use? What descriptions, tags, what's the pricing model? What's the offer tactics? All that information is super important, because when you're ready to actually launch the product, you will be using a similar tactic yourself. So during the ideation stage, it is super important for you to take as much information about winning products as you can. So when you're ready, you can move on to the second stage, which is the design stage. Now, you've actually, at this point, should have a list of products that is ready to be tested. They've been validated by data, okay? But now we need to make that design your own. We need to take that idea and make it into a reality, guys. Let's say you have a design that you want to test, okay? What you're gonna do now is you're going to look a little bit deeper into the actual competition, and you're gonna see what design style is actually selling for that specific audience or that product or whatever it is. And you're going to start writing down what we call key design attributes that you see over and over and over again within that specific design style, okay? So once you have a list of key design attributes, you'll know exactly what design styles to use to recreate that design and then push it back into the marketplace as a unique design to you. So the next thing you gotta do is you gotta figure out how you're actually gonna make the design, right? Are you a graphic designer? Do you understand Photoshop and Illustrator? If you do, great, then you're already ahead of everyone else. But for most of you, you're not gonna be able to do that, right? So you have 2 other options. You can use a software like Canva or Placeit, where they have a bunch of different templates for you, where you can easily go over there and edit the existing templates that are on there to make a good design. But what I recommend to you guys is that you go and find a graphic designer to actually create these for you guys. Number one, it's not gonna be expensive. You're talking about $5 to $10 a design. You can find them pretty easily on sites like Upwork and Fiverr, and it will just save you a lot of time so you can focus on the product research piece, which is the ideation stage, and that way you can actually remove the stress of actually knowing whether a design is good or not. I'd just rather pay somebody $10, they give me the design back, and then I can move forward with my day, right? So that is the first 2 stages, the ideation stage and the design stage, which is gonna take you to the third stage, which is the marketing stage, guys. Now, this is really where the money is made, but if you've done the product research piece in the ideation stage correctly, you're gonna use all that information to launch the product. So let's say you're launching a product onto Etsy. If you've done the product research, you know exactly what that top selling shop or top selling product is already listing their product like. So you know what keywords they use, you know how they structure their title, how they do their descriptions, how they are actually listing the product on their pricing. Are they using offer tactics like using sales and things like that? All that information is what you're gonna use to launch your product into the marketplace, and that's how you start marketing these products. Now, if you want to actually start advertising those products, you're gonna have to go and find exactly what audiences are available to you on Facebook, or if you're just using Etsy ads, you just click a button and all the product research piece from the beginning is gonna be used to actually put you in a preferred placement in those marketplaces. So that's the first 3 stages, guys, and you will actually spend majority of your time here in a loop. Basically, these are repeatable steps that you can do over and over and over again while you start to build your muscle memory of this industry and understanding what works and what doesn't. But when you're ready, it'll take you to the fourth stage of print on demand, which is the automation stage. Now, guys, this is where it gets a lot of fun. This is where you're having some success. You're ready to scale out your business. You're ready to remove yourself from the daily work, right? So you've done it so many times. You've gone through the product research piece. You've gotten them redesigned and you've launched those products. You know at this point where you're spending a lot of your time. And a lot of it is not a lot of brain power needed to actually get the work done, right? You're actually just repeating processes, right? Who can we put in place to actually do that? So what you're going to do in the automation stage is you're going to build a project management system. You can use something like ClickUp, like we do. It basically just keeps everything streamlined and organized and searchable for you. And you can bring in virtual assistants for like $3 to $5 an hour to work on the stuff that really doesn't take a lot of brain power, but just takes a lot of time, right? So you could save hours and hours and hours a week just by handing it off to somebody else for a very low cost, and it will really, really free up a lot of your time. So once you've built out the project management system and you've got your systems in place with the VAs and the graphic designers, you should really be able to scale up your business very quickly, because now you're trading money for time. And that will actually give you the ability to focus on just the product research piece, which is the most important piece. Because if you can find more and more winners and start feeding them to your virtual assistants and graphic designers, and they just spit out live products on the other side, it's going to be a compounding effect, okay? So that's the automation stage, guys. Learning how to systemize your strategy, remove yourself from the busy work, and actually be able to enjoy your life and free up your time to do other things or focus on making more money, right? So ideation stage, design stage, marketing stage, and automation stage. Those are the four stages of print on demand. Look at what you're doing right now. I bet you can fit yourself into one of these stages. And that's all I have for you today. If you found some value in this, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell for your boy Tom Bell. And if you have any questions, make sure you add them to the comments below. And if you have anything specific you want me to talk about in the future, make sure you add that in the comment too. And until next time, I'll see you on the inside.